This, someone you know vanishes into thin air. No traces left. No answers given. What happened? Where did they go? These are the questions that haunt us when we hear of famous disappearances. In today's video, we'll uncover the most disturbing disappearances that shook the world, and the dark secrets hidden beneath them. Segment 1. The disappearance of Madeleine McCann in May 2007. 3-year-old Madeleine McCann disappeared from her family's vacation apartment in Portugal, sparking one of the largest search efforts in history. Her parents, Jerry and Kate McCann, had left her and her siblings alone in their room while they dined nearby. When they returned, Madeleine was gone. As the days turned into weeks, suspicion began to fall on everyone. Could it have been a kidnapping, a botched robbery, or worse, something closer to home? The media frenzy spiraled, and the case became global. Yet no concrete leads emerged. The most terrifying part? To this day, her fate remains a mystery. Segment 2. The creepy vanishing of Brandon Swanson. One quiet night in May 2008. 19-year-old Brandon Swanson was driving home when his car veered off the road in a remote part of Minnesota. He called his parents, explaining that he was stuck in a ditch but safe, asking them to pick him up. But when they arrived, there was no sign of Brandon. Over the phone, Brandon calmly described his surroundings, trying to guide his parents. But then, the call was abruptly cut off, and all that could be heard was a chilling whisper, "Oh Shastras T." That was the last anyone heard from Brandon Swanson. Extensive searches found no trace of him, only his abandoned car. Did he fall into the river nearby? Or was someone or something waiting in the shadows? Segment 3. The Bermuda Triangle Mystery. The disappearance of Flight 19 on December 5, 1945. 5 Navy bombers, known as Flight 19, vanished over the Bermuda Triangle during 14 airmen were on board, flying over calm waters with no apparent technical issues. But within minutes of entering the infamous triangle, they began to report navigational problems and strange compass readings. "We can't find west. Everything looks wrong," the leader said. Then, silence. Despite an extensive search, neither the planes nor the crew were ever found. Was it pilot error, equipment failure, or something far more sinister? To this day, Flight 19 remains one of the Bermuda Triangle's most infamous and unexplained disappearances. Segment 4. The strange case of the Sauter children. Christmas Eve should have been a night of joy for the Sauter family, but instead, it became a nightmare. In the dead of night, their home caught fire. George and Jenny Sauter managed to escape with 4 of their children, but 5 of their kids remained trapped inside. As the house was engulfed in flames, the family could only watch helplessly. When the fire finally died down, there were no bodies, no traces of the children. For years, the Sauter family believed their children had been kidnapped, not perished in the fire. Mysterious letters, strange sightings, and suspicious details added fuel to their suspicions. Was it a case of arson to cover up an abduction? Were the children taken for reasons we may never understand? Despite an extensive search, the mystery of the Sauter children remains unsolved. Segment 5. The vanishing of Maura Murray. In February 2004, 21-year-old Maura Murray vanished after crashing her car to a snowbank on a rural road in New Hampshire. A witness who lived nearby called the police, but by the time they arrived, Maura was gone. There were no signs of struggle, no footprints leading away, just her abandoned vehicle. Maura had recently been in trouble and was acting strangely in the days leading up to her disappearance, but nothing could explain why she would vanish into thin air. Despite endless theories, did she run away? Was she abducted? Or did she meet foul play? Her fate remains a chilling mystery, and her family still searches for answers. Segment 6. The Twist. Eliza Lamb. The case that shocked the internet. The story of Eliza Lamb is one of the most disturbing and viral disappearances in recent memory. In 2013, the 21-year-old was staying at the infamous Cecil Hotel, known for its dark history of death and violence. After several days of strange behavior, she vanished without a trace. Security footage of Eliza in an elevator surfaced, showing her acting erratically, seemingly talking to someone out of view. For weeks, no one knew what happened to her. Then, in a gruesome twist, her body was found in the hotel's water tank after guests complained of foul-tasting water. How did she get there? Was it an accident? Or was something more sinister at play? Many believe there's more to Eliza's death than meets the eye, sparking endless theories about paranormal activity and foul play. But the real answer may forever remain buried with her. Segment 7. Climax. The link between the stories? Could the truth be darker than we can imagine? Could someone be watching from the shadows, waiting for the next person to disappear? In the end, the scariest part isn't the vanishing, it's that we may never know the truth. As long as these disappearances remain unsolved, we'll continue to search for the truth. But sometimes the darkest mysteries are the ones that refuse to be uncovered. Let us know what. Do you think we'll ever find out what really happened?